So now we're going to do our shift method. Shift is going to look like this. We're just going to remove that item from the beginning of the list. And just like with a regular linked list, we have an edge case of one item, and then we also have to write code for if we have no items. So if you want to code this, pause it here. So now I'm going to start with the code. So as usual, when we're going to remove an item, we're going to start with the case of when we don't have any items in that list. So if this dot length equals 0, we're going to return undefined. So the next situation is for when we have one item. And it doesn't matter if we have one item or two or more items. We are going to need the temp variable. So I'm going to declare that here and just set that equal to head. But when we remove the one item, we do have to set head and tail equal to null. And I'll do that like this. If the length is equal to 1, we're going to set head and tail equal to null. So now we've written code for 0 items and 1 item. Otherwise, there's 2 or more items. So else, and we'll build this else statement out. And we'll bring up our list like this. So the first thing we're going to do is move head over 1. And we'll set head equal to head dot next, like this. And that moves head over. And then we want to remove this item. In order to do that, we need to take those 2 arrows and set them to null. So head dot previous equals null. We'll do that. And then temp dot next, we'll set that equal to null, and then that breaks that connection there. And at the end, we will return this temp node. But for now, I'm going to put this code in with the rest of our code like this. And then we're going to decrement the length. And then we will return that item. So we'll look at this code in DevTools in a moment. And we will build this linked list because we want to make sure that this is going to work with 2 items, that shift is going to work with 1 item, and then it's going to work correctly when we don't have any items. So let's flip over to DevTools. Okay, so there is our shift method, and this is the 2 and the 1 for our linked list here. So I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to run this. This linked list has head equal to 2, tail is equal to 1. So I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to run shift. So that returns that 2 node. And then if we look at our linked list, we should just have 1 item in there with a value of 1. And we open this, and head and tail are both equal to 1, and we have a length of 1. And now we know that this works with 2 items. So we'll do this again to make sure this works with 1 item. That returns that 1 node. And then we can look at the linked list itself. And we don't have any items in the linked list. Head and tail is null, and length is 0. So I'm going to clear this. And now we'll run it one more time, and we would expect this to return undefined. And it does indeed return undefined. All right, so that is our method for shift.